Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Informed Society. Today I'm going to be discussing tattletelling on a tattleteller, tattletelling on a tattletale. And I'll be going more into detail what that actually means. It sounds funny, but it's a real serious issue that's going on in today in society. And the only reason why I am discussing this is so that I can set a good example by making an example out of people that are setting poor examples. With that said, I'm going to start by saying, before smartphones, YouTube, and social media, people would drop what they are doing to help others in need. They wouldn't stand by filming for their own selfish purpose just to later on expose someone else's poor behavior. What most people did before the internet, social media, and smart devices grasped many individuals' attention, most people led by example. People spent time with each other communicating in genuine, sincere fashions with consideration for one another's thoughts, feelings, and actions, and presence. In this video clip I'm about to show you, it's going to demonstrate about how this lady filming and the man that was involved in it were both setting poor examples.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that they're breaking the law by parking in the fire.
So why don't you help them unload?
Why would I help them break the law? I'm not going to be over here helping them.
Oh, of course you wouldn't.
No.
You want to criticize them. Wouldn't help.
To take their cart to their car.
You know, I have a feeling that they've probably had a little more experience living on this earth than you have.
I bet they do.
Yeah.
And they're privileged.
I can't wait to post this
Go ahead.
video of you harassing a nice couple trying to load their car. Get a life.
The law.
Get a life.
Breaking the law.
Oh, what are you, a cop?
No.
Oh, then go about your business. That's why we have police officers.
The what?
That's why we have police officers. So they can monitor the law, not you. And sir, I'd like to thank you for your service. I see you're a Purple Heart.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the freedoms that we enjoy. For assholes like that can harass you. Thank you.
It's not too late for youth of this generation to learn how to be more humane by reaching out to help others in need. A good place to start is by signing them up for team sports, Cub Scouts or Girl Scouts. There are even different nonprofit organizations that do just that. They help people. I just find it sad to see some adults needing to be reminded of how to behave in society and to do the right thing, partially because their parents didn't reinforce enough social guidelines for their kids while growing up. And some adults are just too selfish to care while testing their boundaries with others. That is what people call a troll through online social media platforms. And using what I heard through another person's channel is known as hate bait. What that lady was doing while she was filming, she was using that for hate bait, for attention, instead of dropping her phone and everything to help the elderly couple. What that lady did was equivalent to tattletelling on a tattletale. And now I'm finding myself tattletelling on the tattletale, but for good reason. I'm using this entire scenario as an example of what perfectly capable adults should be doing in a responsible, caring fashion, but neither of them demonstrated that. All they did was try to call each other out for what one another was doing wrong, while not achieving anything, helping no one, or making anyone feel good. That is selfish. They both were wrong for this self-centered behavior. She wanted to film this nosy person while being nosy herself, so that she can get attention with plenty of views through online social media. We are living in a sick world today with sick, self-serving individuals who are desperate for attention as they find different ways to make money instead of helping one another. Both were selfish, inconsiderate, and not thinking to even help the elderly. Some people just can't see past themselves. They're too concerned about what others are doing instead of doing something to help the situation. Nothing is ever going to change, and some individuals will continue to display poor behavior like this until they drop their phones, cameras, and start thinking of others by helping them. They both displayed disgusting and rude behavior. that couple more than likely weren't expecting to be filmed or even want to be filmed on camera either. That lady felt entitled to film whoever she wanted just to post it on social media for others' entertainment. Meanwhile, she was harassing the harasser. Afterwards, she was trying to redeem herself for her poor behavior by thanking the elderly man for his service before they left. That is disgust and attention-seeking. I am sorry. But no, I am not sorry, because that's exactly how she was behaving. If I could travel back in time, I would travel back to the time when I grew up in the 1980s, before the internet and any smart device invented. Maybe even the 1950s, my parents' generation, where they at least showed more class and respect for their parents than future generations. The only distraction people had in the 1980s and past were each other, sports, education, hobbies, and interests, unless you were a drug addict or an alcoholic. For the most part, people interacted with one another and helped each other out when needed. They didn't just stand around like idiots filming each other during inappropriate times for their own entertainment and for more attention through social media. Because, well, there wasn't social media back then. People were just more genuine and sincere, and they entertained each other. You know, we helped each other out, and we were supportive, and we just enjoyed being in the moment with each other's company. Man, I wish I could just go back to those times, because back then there was a lot less drama and just chaos, less chaos. People just knew where you were and what you were about and what you meant, and right on the spot, you know. People communicated, and they knew and understood one another. The internet has encouraged those who already had narcissistic traits to become addicted to more readily available attention-seeking from others. In turn, this has created more unproductive, useless, careless citizens than before. Well, that is all I gotta say, and I hope you guys saw this as a good lesson, and hopefully next time you see someone on the streets in public that needs your help, that could probably use your help, don't sit there and film them or anyone else that's causing a ruckus. Get out there and help them. You know, do the right thing. Help those in need, and maybe one day someone will help you. All right, so thanks for listening, and have a good afternoon or day or evening or morning.